What's poppin', everyone? Welcome to another episode of Remember When. My name is Jose. With me today are my boys Amir and Johnny. Say what's up, guys.
Bang, bang. What's good?
What's up, y'all?
Hey, boys. So, have you guys been following the new comic? It's Godzilla versus the Justice League.
When the heck did this come out?
I only
pretty recently.
I think I saw the before that where he's like kind of getting flown through like hell or something like that.
For Godzilla?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I was following the Comics Explained guy on YouTube. Shout out that man. But I remember he put out a video before, and I guess it was like a bunch of artists all together making this story. And it's him just like going through hell, and then he ends up fighting God and everything like that. And then
I want to see Godzilla versus Hellboy.
That could be kind of cool.
I think Godzilla would clap.
I mean, if he clapped JLA, what the hell is Hellboy about to do?
Yeah, he was smacking down he was fighting Superman in I think the second issue is what it was. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. If any of you have not read that or are very interested, definitely go check it out or give it a quick check it out on YouTube, because I think like Variant Comics or something like that, one of those comic channels, they'll be able to tell you more about the story. But it's pretty sick.
I'm gonna have to check it
Godzilla
out.
versus Justice League.
I thought it was like with him versus Superman, it's not gonna be a fair battle.
You would think.
Unless you get yoked.
I mean, this is comics Godzilla.
Yeah.
Okay, so they can go out the wall, be like, this. Every breath makes like atomic bombs and shit.
Yeah, they could go that way. I mean, they did have a pretty sick panel. It was Superman's like heat ray or laser vision, whatever you want to call that. I think that's laser eyes, right?
Yeah.
Or heat vision. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, heat vision versus Godzilla's atomic breath. Why his heat vision actually kind of stood up against that? Not really sure. But like it was a pretty sick panel though, because you got like Godzilla on the left and then Superman on the right, and then the beams like crossing and whatnot. Yeah, exactly. It does look pretty sick.
It's like a Dragon Ball Z beam clash.
Yeah, it's a beam clash.
Yeah, heat ray versus nuclear fucking.
Right, that's what I was saying. I was like, I don't.
Wait. Superman's powered by the sun. He got that radiation all over him, so technically his laser eyes are radiation too. I'm just talking out my ass, but
this ain't justifying it. Well, actually,
I thought he got his power out the solar rays from the sun.
Yeah, solar rays, which have radiation.
That's UV rays.
UV rays.
Yo, Sand Superman, UV. It's all about the UV rays. But yeah, that's pretty sick. And then have you guys seen Godzilla -1 yet?
Yes, dude. I loved it.
Okay, without spoiling anything for the audience, just like a quick thoughts on it and quick like out of 10.
Like literally, I'll give it like an 8. I remember going to Godzilla because I've watched Godzilla since I was like 10, and I would like go. I've watched all of them, but I would watch like at least the good ones. This is more reminiscent of like the first Godzilla movie, where he's just a villain. He's killing everybody. Ain't no other monsters to fight. He's just killing everything that he can see. So it's the humans versus Godzilla. It's that type of movie. But actually, this time you give a damn about the humans. That's probably the best part about it, because most Godzilla films, I swear to God, it'd be watching like C-SPAN. It's boring. Like at least with the humans, it's really like fucking boring. But with this movie, it actually makes it so everything's good. Like the monster, like Godzilla, the way he looks, badass. And everything just looks good. The destruction, good. The story, good.
Okay.
Give it like an 8.
You see, I'm trying to see that like the day after Christmas, if it's still in AMC. I plan on going out to go see it. Yeah, because this weekend I can't, but I'm hoping to go see it.
Yeah, go for it. I like the good like make it a good movie theater. Don't make it like a booty movie theater experience. Oh yeah, no, not at all. You have to have that good sound.
Yeah, for sure. I want to see if they have like a Screen X version of it. Have you guys ever watched a movie in Screen X?
Ain't that the thing where they got your seat rumbling and shit? Or they like spray water in your face?
No,
that's like 4D, bro. That's the shit we did in Vegas.
Yeah, I think it's like the D-Box or some shit.
I didn't like that shit.
I didn't like how the way it was like jerking us around, bro. It gave me a headache.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. If you put an elderly person in there, they might die.
Oh, probably. I would have. Or Lord
My
forbid
neck
they're
still
watching
hurts.
a movie like Rampage or something like that. It's like Earthquake and then just throws you out your chair.
Right, it just didn't make sense. Like someone would jump and then it'd be like air up on my, like this nigga farted on me or something. Like,
what was Screen X, John?
Yeah, so Screen X is where a kid like. Not the entire movie, but some scenes in the movie will be like super immersive, and they'll run up against the walls of the theater itself. So the movie screen will go like this.
Oh, it's like super wide screen, so pretty much.
Yeah, basically like when you know how like they always say like surround sound, like literally surround you, like, you know, up against the wall. Like they did that with the newer Avatar movie. So like there were plenty like underwater scenes where like the water would run up on the side of the screen, kind of like expand the view and perspective of it.
Okay, but it's not like if like I put the Matrix on there, I'm not gonna see Neo's like head like as he runs like on the side of the wall or anything.
Yeah, because some movies I feel like it would be straight ugly.
I'm trying to see the perspective because like
you're thinking those old school projectors when you moved it back.
Oh my god! It'd be worse if they made it 2D.
Yeah, no, Screen X is the bomb though. I would love to see that because like I could picture like a scene being like more of the city and more like expansive of like the destruction that you get to see and whatnot. That's how I would see it play out. But who knows if they have it or not.
Maybe not, but you know,
I'm checked out.
It's good. Well, like I said, it's worthy. It's a good movie.
So better than what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
Godzilla 1998.
This is the first time we talk about Godzilla on this podcast. And the first movie we talking about ain't that motherfucker ain't Godzilla, dog.
No, that
motherfucker ain't Godzilla.
That's not Godzilla.
He don't deserve God.
You should have stuck to the man in the suit.
It's not that way. You think it's that bad?
You know what? I'd
rather watch the oldies.
The originals goated.
The originals are cool.
That's what I mean. And it's just a man in a suit. Like, you can't beat it.
Yeah.
This man throwing kung fu chops at like Ghidorah and shit, bro. In comparison to T-Rex Godzilla that we got in this one,
it's jumping around. It's a smart ass T-Rex too. It's like doing some Metal Gear Solid shit, like hiding behind buildings and jumping through and shit. Like, what kind of dinosaur is this?
Did you want to? I mean, not that there was really much of a plot.
I mean, there's a plot.
Yeah, there is a plot, but
okay.
Yeah.
It's a quick rundown. The first thing that happens, you get a war footage, and you know war's bad and all. You know, Godzilla was originally an allegory for like a nuclear bomb and destruction. So nuclear bombs go off. Then years later, a ship's going off in the sea. And then all of a sudden, Godzilla, he comes out the water, kills everybody, and it's a cool scene until then, you know, gets cut off immediately by Professor Papalopoulos.
Oh yeah,
Totopoulos.
Yeah,
what's his actual name?
I think it's literally Totopoulos.
Professor Mixopidalic.
Mr. Pidalic. Okay, Topopoulos. I think that's how he goes.
Yeah, Topopoulos.
Yeah, he's a nerdy ass scientist. Every white man's like iconic hero. Like, every nerdy white man's like iconic hero, Topopoulos. But he's a scientist trying to see what's going on. Military sees like the Godzilla print. Essentially, they're trying to find Godzilla and stop him from destroying the fucking Manhattan. That's pretty much it. And then there's more after that, but I ain't gonna lie. Like halfway through the movie, I clocked out. Because this is one of those movies where I'm like, you should have ended like an hour earlier. You should have just stopped right there once y'all like took out Godzilla. But then you decided to continue that shit.
But am I correct? Because I kind of low-key checked out too, but wasn't it like the French's fault that like Godzilla was created? So they had like a French squadron low-key in the United States just operating, and this man just went like, yeah, they fired me, so fuck it, let's go. Bro, the main character is so lackadaisy. He just does not give a damn. He's like, yeah, my girlfriend fucked me. I'm now studying earthworms that look like giant penises in the ground that are just pulsating, which is a nasty scene. I never needed to see that, to be honest with you. I'm mad at both of you. But you just have a French squadron trying to clean up the scene, and the whole time I'm wondering, how is Godzilla about to wreck Manhattan? Because it came from the water, just fucked up a couple of ships, and then it's like nesting, quote unquote. It's not doing anything else, because anytime they didn't shoot, it did not attack them.
See, what I'm surprised with the military, well, this is trash-ass military, first off. Like, the whole military in this movie is garbage. The amount of times they destroyed Manhattan themselves. Like, I remember there was that one scene where dudes were shooting a rocket, and there was, like, shooting right past Godzilla, but, you know, Godzilla's like a ninja and can, like, dodge that shit easily. And then it just destroys, like, a whole half of a building. And they're like, we got a negative on that. And they're like, what the fuck? A negative? You could potentially just cause, like, thousands of property damage. The fuck is y'all doing? This military trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the mayor or the colonel, there was literally one scene where he was like, we're doing more destruction on our own than Godzilla is. I was like, yeah, you are. Like, no joke. Yeah, in the movie, essentially the humans are the villains because, like you said, Godzilla is kind of mind their own business, right? Is that they're just nesting.
Yeah, and this ain't a huge Godzilla either. Like, it was like half the size of the buildings, and it could jump on buildings and not like crumple it in comparison to like Monsterverse Godzilla, where this man is like as high as a skyscraper, dead ass.
Yeah, I kind of wonder what the height comparison
like this thing was able to fit into the underground railway system or whatever of New York. So it's not that big.
Yeah, the other Godzilla is like towering. I think it was like 160 feet tall, if I recall correctly, at least for like the OG Godzilla. But this one was like barely. The OG would be able to tower over the Empire State Building like easily.
The rubber suit.
Yeah, the rubber suit would be able to go over that shit easily. He could like grab that shit, and use it as like a battering stick.
That man gonna do a backflip off the building. What you mean?
Gonna cause whole earthquakes when he lands. Like, and this one is like literally just the Zilla, because it's actually officially known as Zilla. That thing could just hug a building and that's it. It's like it's not really that big compared to the other.
It did have longer arms though.
Did it?
Yeah, like it I felt like Godzilla like has like the T-Rex arms in general. Like it's not gonna go further than this. This one had like elbows, fam. Like
because this is OG Godzilla, got it like right near.
It didn't have like full on arms because that would look disgusting. But like it had like Hobbit arms. I don't know how else to describe it.
Yeah, more dinosaur-like in terms of like how dinosaurs used to be like birds, like how it had like that angle, that shape, like you were talking about.
It just gave me T-Rex vibes. The whole time I was like, this is Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
it's just Jurassic Park in Manhattan.
In the beginning, I was like, okay, this can like I see it being like a little bit of just American Godzilla, which is literally what it is, right? But then the second half of the movie, I was like, no, this is straight up Jurassic Park. Because like once all the dinosaurs started hatching and whatnot and they started running around.
Exactly.
Yeah, so basically to rewind a little bit, right? So that they got this nerd scientist that Johnny was talking about that was like studying earthworms. Basically, these were like earthworms impacted by like Chernobyl, so like radiation and all that, trying to see how radiation impacts animals. So he gets like recruited by the military because they're like, you're a nerd, here's some stuff, figure it out, right? And then bam. Right. Fast forward, we're in Manhattan because there's really like nothing relevant in between that. Right. That there's
barely
nothing, anything relevant. Right. Fast forward, we're in Manhattan. Zilla comes up, just nesting. Right. That's all Zilla wants to do. The military is trying to kill Zilla. They're failing very badly, and just cause more destruction than what it's worth. All right. Fast forward even more. Right. These eggs, they're hatching, and now you got all these baby Zillas running around.
Yeah. It turns out Godzilla's not a he. Maybe a she, I don't know. I don't even know what's confirmed to be, but it's asexual and it hatches like 200 babies or something.
Yeah, they're born pregnant or something.
Yeah, they're born pregnant, and they have to keep eating to like sustain the child inside. But yeah, 200 raptors in a whole like underground subway. Imagine how that shit go.
Yeah, and somehow these people got evasive maneuvers. They were dodgeball world champions, and
bro, I hate this movie for the way these niggas run. It pissed me off so bad, bro. Like the scene in the beginning where Godzilla is coming from the ocean, and this man's fishing or something, and he's like, oh shit, spikes are coming at me. This man's running, and he's doing the lightest jog I've ever seen a man do. Like this man's hitting a 12-minute mile. Like maybe 14 minutes.
I mean, granted,
and he's looking back the whole time. While they're in the New York subway, this man's like, oh my God, the camera runs back after these like mini velociraptors are after him, trips and everything, still makes it. I'm like, if this somebody don't get eaten.
There really is no like consequence in this movie. I think that's like what's really annoying about it is that there just doesn't feel like any level of repercussion at all. Even like, I don't know if you guys remember towards the end of the movie, they were like, not the Madison Square Garden. Gotta wait for that to be rebuilt. I was like, I don't even...
The military shot 2 missiles and a whole half of a building came crumpling down.
Dog, and on top of that, like,
nobody cares.
Yeah.
For Zilla's death scene, they had the suspension cables on that bridge is dead. Like, the whole thing is done.
Exactly. This bridge about to collapse, fam.
Like the amount of death and property damage in this movie is insane. But like you said, it doesn't feel like there's any repercussions. They don't really delve upon that. It's like because even though it came out like literally this year, Godzilla -1, you see the destruction. It's like you see the impact and you feel like, damn, this shit is hard. Like this is like an actual natural disaster type of thing. But in this movie, it's like blow up, everything blows up. Okay, now let's get to the next scene. Oh yeah, there's like 100,000 casualties. Oh yeah, who cares? But yeah, let's talk about Mr. Papopolis or whatever his name.
Yeah, so I guess let's talk about the human side a little bit, because that is an important thing of every Godzilla movie, is because they go hand in hand, right? You got the humans, the monsters.
Unfortunately, in Godzilla movies, it tends to be the other half that tends to be like not as up to par.
Yeah, it usually is, and this is sadly the humans aren't really much value.
I'd say they're equal this movie.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. Just for me, I thought everything that they did with the humans was stupid. Like, no joke. For example, they tried building up a little love triangle out of nowhere, like with Mr. Snuffleupagus. Yeah.
He's Snuffleupagus
now. He basically he had his like heart broken by some lady, but now he's like emotionless, and this like other female scientist is like trying to flirt with him. He's just like, oh, okay, and then just like has zero emotion. Talks to his ex, and they're trying to build up some love tension. I felt absolutely nothing out of it. There was nothing.
And she fucks him over.
Yeah, and she screws him over. Like it's insane. Again, yeah. And then he forgives her again. Yeah. But again, no repercussions. There's like no consequences.
The characters are just so weird, because there's this guy that's like, I guess he's dating the other news lady,
right?
And then he sees like them fighting, and he's like, oh, go easy on her, and just decides to chase this random man who hopped in a cab to wherever he's going. I'm like, who's doing that?
I don't know. Just every single character had no value to me, except for the French guy.
The French guy was the funniest part of the
French
movie.
saved the whole human side.
He's the only redeemable thing of the whole movie. I just love the scene where they pull up in like their like Humvee or their army truck or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
And he's just like, "What are you guys doing?" And Snuffleupagus is like talking to him and whatnot. And then he just pans to the French guy. He goes,
"He's like, why are you chewing gum? Make me look American."
Yeah. He was like, "Yeah." He was like, just get out of here. He didn't even know what to say.
He was like, leave the talking to me. Don't even talk.
Like, just get the hell out of here.
This is the look, too. He was like,
yeah.
He just like them dead in the eyes, like he don't give a fuck.
He literally looked like Sylvester Stallone when he got like pummeled in Rocky, and just like was just chewing, just deadpan face. And I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. Yeah, that guy, he was the only redeemable thing of this movie, really.
Yeah, other than that, you got Papopolis, and I mean, that's it. Like literally, there's no other humans that you really can root for. I wanted them all to get eaten. Like that's how it was, bro.
Yeah, there was again. I didn't feel anything from any of them. That's honestly this whole movie. It just felt bland. It's not like visually it looked bad or any of that. In fact, it actually did triple its production budget in the box office.
I mean, damn.
Yeah, which is insane. For considering it's technically considered a flop.
I think at that time that those effects really pass. It's just at this point it's super old, so it looks really bad.
Yeah, a lot of them shits was looking like PS2 cutscene.
If I take the OG Godzilla into account, I can see how this would be like, oh, every time the Godzilla creature did pop up, it was fire. I was a little disappointed it didn't have like a crazy like beam or anything like Godzilla usually has. Yeah. It just had fire breath. I was like, what type of knockoff T-Rex thing is this?
But I thought it just breathed hard at cars.
That's what I thought too, because I know the scene you're talking about where like it roared and then it was like a fire explosion
it was
that comes like towards
out.
You as the viewer. I thought that was like just like shit that like cars or whatnot exploded, and the explosion was a result of the roar. That's what, because
what they explode from?
He breathed on them.
Here's the thing, like, so
this man got stank breath.
Oh, 100%, just the nastiest dragon breath. No, so in that scene though, like half of it, right, was the flame, and then the other half was that roar. That's why I thought the same thing that you were thinking, Jai. If like the whole screen were filled with flames, I'd be like, okay, he had a fire roar, but I thought it was just screamed so loud that like shit just started exploding.
Yeah, plus if he had an atomic roar, there would have been a scene where he's like blasting it at like the interceptors or helicopters. He would have been doing that. So he don't got atomic breath.
Well, I thought he at least had fire breath, but that makes him even more lame. It's really just an asexual T-Rex then.
It's literally just ain't even wrong. You're not even wrong. This is the worst Godzilla design on God. Like I don't like it.
He's such just an asexual T-Rex.
It is, with longer arms. Has an elbow.
Well, was it which Godzilla movie was it when they had Zilla in it and Godzilla killed Zilla?
Godzilla Final Wars?
In Final Wars?
That was so fucking funny.
So this is, spoiler ahead for Godzilla Final Wars, right? So if you haven't seen it, my bad. But in that movie, Zilla makes an appearance and you're just like, oh shit, the American Zilla. Like, that's crazy. Godzilla kills this fucker in like 5 seconds.
And it's so disrespectful too.
It's literally the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen. Like, oh my gosh, got mollywopped. And like, not even like, literally, I'm talking about like a Stan Lee cameo in the movie. That's how long Zilla was in there.
It's crazy because like in that whole movie, Godzilla's like fighting monsters one by one, and Zilla was like literally like one of the quickest ones. He just literally tail swiped him and blasted his. Look up the scene if y'all don't believe it's like it's awesome. It's beautiful.
Oh, it absolutely is. Yeah.
It's well deserved because fuck this movie.
Oh, 100%. But I also do enjoy when people can like do digs at their own content and creations and whatnot, when they're just like, yeah, this flopped, we're going to disrespect it too, because like it's just showing that they do like hear people, and they do acknowledge their own mistakes. So I do appreciate something like that.
Yeah, because I think this was like the first Godzilla movie that came out, at least something named Godzilla that came out on the western side. Actually, you know what? No, there was the 85 Godzilla, but no one really gave a fuck about that. So they wanted to do their own American remake. So this was technically like a lot of people's first exposure. It was my first exposure to Godzilla. I remember Papa had a DVD.
Yeah, he had the DVD, but he also had like some OG Godzilla stuff as well.
I don't remember those too much. I remember always watching the 98 version. I was like, man, this is really Godzilla? That's crazy. And then I got blessed later with that actual Godzilla knowledge. I was like, man, wow, we got hoed.
Yeah, definitely. Godzilla, or was it the Monster Madness? Was like, that was what really got me hooked. Like I had seen Godzilla movies before, but yeah.
Shout outs to James Roth, bro.
Absolutely,
that Monster Madness is beautiful. Got us into Godzilla. So be good, so good.
His Godzilla-thon sold me on it with Jet Jaguar.
Jet Jaguar. See, I just love that he at least shows the scenes that are so ridiculous. Like, I don't know. It was like in that same movie with Jet Jaguar. I think it's like Godzilla versus Megalon. He runs. Jet Jaguar is holding Megalon, and he's like getting Godzilla ready. Godzilla runs up, jumps up for a drop kick. And he with his 2 feet is just like suspended in the air, and he's using his tail as like a suspension, and he's just like floating towards the damn monster and hits his ass. Like it is one of the funniest things that you will see. Like that's why I love the old movies. They even though skip all the boring human shit, but if you just get to the monster fights, you will see some of the most ridiculous stunts that's like actually funny.
I can promise you if Godzilla does that in the Justice League comic book, the entire league is done.
Bro, the whole ground is done. That tail just dragging as this man's about to drop kick something.
Drop kick fucking Batman. Ooh! Kill Batman that way. I would love this comic.
Bro, he's super ridiculous in this comic. I wouldn't be surprised if he drop kicks something, they'd be like, he broke a hole in reality.
Another dimension opened up. Zilla's coming out. That would be crazy.
Space Zilla comes out.
Space Godzilla shit.
Yeah, bro, because in the comic I was talking about, Space Zilla and Godzilla were fighting and they both beamed at the same time. It destroyed the planet they were on, which caused him to go to heaven.
Holy damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. All right, so moral of the story here is like, fuck this movie. Go read the comics.
Fuck this movie. Read the comics.
Yeah, read the comics.
Watch the newer Godzilla movies.
Yeah, watch the newer Godzilla movies. The older ones, if you just want to laugh. That's pretty much the moral of the story. Like this movie, I'm trying to remember if there was like any highlights from it. I mean, you know what? I'll see the destruction. I did like the destruction, and you know what? Because it makes sense. Because Independence Day, it's the same director.
Oh, okay.
So it's like the same thing with Independence Day, where like the destruction was probably like the best part of the movie, other than Will Smith.
Other than Will Smith. That's true. That's right.
But like literally the destruction, that's it. Like that's the only thing I really got anything out of it. I'm not watching this movie again.
I'm not in a rush to watch it. It's not like, so in reality, it's not that bad of a movie. It really is not. It's just as like middle of the ground kind of movie as you can get. It's like there is a plot. It's not great. It's not bad. There is a monster, not great, not bad. Just everything is literally just that middle of the ground, like average standard for me. Like it's just like nothing went past that average standard.
Yeah, it's not so good that we're gonna praise it and rewatch over and over again. But it's not so bad. It's not like the Mario movie bad, like or the OG Mario movie bad, where I could watch that all the damn time, bro. Because that shit is so ridiculous. It's middle of the road, and sometimes that's like, a little worse. Like I don't really care about you anymore.
For what it's worth, I did appreciate like certain like shots that were taken like in the movie itself. Like they had a really cool one where the dude was, holding the camera and whatnot, and the foot was coming down, like, like step down, and it like implied that like he stepped on him and then like it lifts up or whatnot. But like the way that they had filmed that they shot that, I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah. I thought they did a good job with that. So there were certain moments that they had good cuts, at least.
I appreciate the scene where it showed Godzilla's vagina. That's not the bad.
Bro, that camera was directly on it.
You saw? Okay, thank God you saw it, because I was like, sorry, God, if I was the only one, like I looked up, I was looking, I'm like,
in fact, I think that might have been the same scene.
Yeah,
actually.
we're like,
or close to it.
Yeah, it was like Papopolis was really like right under it, and it shows like the above view. I was like, nigga, is that pussy? Is that Godzilla pussy?
What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Hey, bro.
I don't even remember that shit. What the fuck are y'all
I'll show you after. Don't worry, bro.
I don't want to. Nah, it's cool.
Bro, like, I swear to God, I had to rewind that shit. But, I appreciate the detail.
Oh, and they did have the cliffhanger in the end.
Yes.
Props to them for thinking that they were going to make another one.
But it did have a sequel.
Oh, the animated series.
Godzilla, the animated series. Did we watch it? No. No. I didn't watch this shit.
I didn't even know it existed until you said so.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it does exist. I think it ran for like one season. No, it ran for 2 seasons.
It did run for 2 seasons. Yeah. Okay.
So apparently it was popular enough.
Oh, I mean, they got their money back on the movie, so they probably thought they were.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about it, is that, again, the movie's just like, there was nothing just that made it stand out. That's all it comes down to. It's not like it's a bad movie, but there's nothing about it that stands out versus like any other Godzilla film. There's always something that stands out in Godzilla films, but this one, it was just all right, you know?
The perfect Godzilla movie, okay, at least I'll compare, like, there's like 2 different perfect Godzilla movies. You have the old ones, which is just ridiculous. You don't give a damn about the humans. You just want to see, like, crazy effects, dudes in rubber suits fighting each other, and like some wacky scenes. You watch the newer ones because you want to see some badass action. Maybe the humans are boring or maybe they're good. You have to do something like Final Wars, where literally not only do you got the monsters fighting, you got the humans doing like some Matrix shit. Like you got the dude, there was one scene where a dude's riding on a motorcycle and he literally uses his motorcycle to smack another dude like that's like really flying towards him. It's so ridiculous, but you need stuff like that. You need constant action. Or actually, I'll say a third one. You can make a serious movie. Do something like Godzilla -1, where you just make it super serious, but actually make the humans, like, lovable. Like, you actually want to root for them. You can't do something like this where it's just mid, where you don't even know what the tone is. Like, 1 minute, millions of people, not millions, hundreds of thousands of people are dying. And then it's like, okay, we're going to a love story. Okay, oh, is Audrey she's my old friend. Do I really want to go back with her? Oh, nah, I don't really want to go with her. Oh, now I want to go with her. It's like, nah, bro, this is stupid. This is boring. Plus, the dialogue was shit.
Oh, I mean, I felt like the writing for all the characters was just so bland, so poor. And yeah, no, literally, I can't quote a single thing from the movie other than Godzilla. That's
Godzilla. Man was like, what's wrong with him? We can't get him to talk. Lights a flame, gives this man PTSD. He's like, Godzilla.
Why did a flame set him like trigger him? Like what the fuck?
Yeah,
why was it a flame? See, if Godzilla uses actually had atomic breath,
it proves he had flame breath.
No, we didn't. Okay, you know what?
If anything, it should have been like a glass of water.
I'm about to say, maybe when they cut away from the scene, that's when he used this. So, maybe their theory is right.
Yeah, maybe.
You're completely wrong, though. It's bullshit.
Although I just don't see it, because wasn't this man attacked on a boat?
Yeah, it was attacked on a whole boat. It's like a whole sea liner.
So what Flame about to do in the ocean?
I don't know. It's going to do jack shit. I mean, hit explosive or something.
This is the most useless monster ever.
This I'm reading my notes, and it's like
I'm serious. I could put the Chupacabra against this thing, and it might win.
I mean, you could put any of the dinosaurs from any of the Jurassic Park movies, like you said.
Yeah, there was literally velociraptors at the end. Like, I was so checked out by this movie. The last 2 things I have in my notes is, nigga, I saw Godzilla pussy, and the end. Like, I don't remember anything else I saw. Like, it was this movie. I was so checked out by the end. I didn't care.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I wrote too many good notes. Yeah, all I put is T-Rex Zilla 4 out of 10.
What? Oh my god! Yeah. Oh, well, so we got Amir's rating. What's yours, John?
Fucking like a 4. I might just do 4 because it's not the worst thing ever, but it's like middle of the road that I really don't care. I don't care anymore, bro.
Yeah. Initially, mine was a 5, but honestly, I'm gonna say 4 also. Like because they're really. Honestly, like I feel like a 5 is just a little too good.
It's definitely below average. It's definitely below average.
Yeah.
Didn't give a fuck about them humans. The destruction scenes in the French dude was like the best part of the movie, literally. Other than that, I didn't care about Slava Monopicus. I didn't care about that dude. Everything else was kind of just mid.
Slap my knobocus.
Slava Monopicus.
Well, it's crazy because like they never even got his name right in the movie either. Like they clowned their own selves. They were just like, yeah, well, okay, yeah, no, that's not your name.
That's not your name.
Yeah,
that was the running joke, and it was so funny, bro. I was like, God, it gave me a hernia, bro. That shit was so funny. It was the best joke in the movie.
Tell you what, this movie did hype up the French. I'm a fan of the French now.
Yeah, you want to join the French Connection?
I still ain't going to Paris, but
okay, bet.
Have you guys seen the Apple Plus TV series Monarch: The Legacy of Monsters, or have you heard about it?
No.
So it's like in connection to the MonsterVerse with like Godzilla and whatnot. But like apparently it's doing really, really good. I'm curious. I'm not gonna get Apple Plus TV for it because I just got too many subscriptions already, you know. But yeah, I'm very curious though. I do want to check it out.
See, I haven't checked out any of the current Godzilla. I've seen the 2014 one, the first American one that came out, but the King of the Monsters, King Kong vs. Godzilla, I haven't watched that yet. I need to get on that.
Watched Kong vs. Zilla?
I know I'm slacking.
Tweaking. Holy.
I'm slacking. But I ain't gonna lie, I think I was less inclined to watch it after watching that the remake Godzilla because I was like, it's okay. Like it wasn't. The trailer was probably the best part of that whole movie because it was like ominous. I'm like, oh, damn, it's going to be some serious Godzilla shit. Movie comes out, you got this fat-ass Godzilla and you barely see him. And it's like all nighttime, so I couldn't even see anything. And the best part of the movie was Bryan Cranston. Guess what? He died in like the first like 20 minutes, dog. Like, what the fuck?
That's how I felt about Cloverfield the whole time. I'm like, damn, it's dark as fuck in this movie. I can't see shit.
Cloverfield is a good movie, though.
It's good. Oh my God. That was the one movie where I was like, let me see. Just let me see it, please.
Just want to see one second.
One glimpse.
Yeah, so go check out current Godzilla media because it's doing really good. MonsterVerse and whatnot. It's all pretty hot. Go check out the comics you were talking about, bro.
Especially Comics Explain's got the one I was talking about and the JLA one if you're a nerd on that.
Yeah, so go at least watch the videos on that, even if you don't go buy the books physically. But yeah, go check out Godzilla content. Go see -1. It's probably not even probably. It's just straight up better than Zilla.
It's straight up better than Zilla. And like probably one of the best Godzilla movies on God.
You see, there we go. Go treat yourself to some Godzilla media.
Get cultured.
Get cultured, motherfucker.
Get cultured.
On that Zilla. On that Godzilla.
On that Godzilla. Hey.
Oh yeah, y'all know P. Diddy did a music video for this movie?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I didn't listen to it. I just want to let y'all know.
Did the song play?
No. Maybe it did in the credits, but
but it was out. It was gone.
I turned off the movie. I just learned like really recently.
That man got a bag and left then.
Yeah, I literally learned it like right before I went to bed. I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm not listening to this shit.
He left the theater to go watch this.
I looked up. Cool. Still leaves.
I literally went from this movie and then I went to go watch -1 and I was like, man, what a difference.
You just treated yourself.
I didn't want to go from -1 to fucking this movie because I left a fucking sour taste in my mouth.
There we go. So that's what you got to go do, remembers. Go watch Godzilla 1998, then go watch Godzilla -1 so that way, you know, you get a palate cleanser.
Okay, do the latter. Don't do the former.
But thank y'all so much for listening and watching. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Until next time, peace out, remembers.
Happy holidays, motherfuckers.
Later, bitches.
Remember When is a Sweet Recording production. Check them out at suiterecording.com.
Intro and outro created by our very own Johnny.
Subscribe, listen, and remember to review wherever you are on social media. Thanks for listening.